that. Give me a look. What is that? Oh, it's another whiting, man. It's another whiting. What are they doing? These whiting are loving their giant crossfire at night. God. Have a look at that. Off we go. Don't have a look at it. I'll keep going. I'm kidding. The 195 Crossfire is not my favourite whiting lure, although it has caught me some giants in the last couple of months. I can't say to go and get one of those and start fishing for whiting with it. It's a ridiculous bycatch. What I'm going to do in this video is take you through some of my favourite whiting lures and the ones that have been working really well for me over the last few months. I've got to put a whiting video together, to be honest. I have been filming, but I just haven't ended up putting the video together. But I'll just take you through my favourites and I'll get the video up in the next couple of weeks, I reckon. Probably the fishing lure I've been using the most for them in recent times is the Mmd Splash Prawn. And with these tricked up little assist hooks out the back and a tiny little treble on the front there, these Mmd Splash Prawns by Mick Molnar are just exceptional, and there's something different. They've got a little collared front section that just pushes water instead of pops it and makes for a beautiful little shrimp sound. It's very akin to a shrimp skipping across the surface. If you've ever heard it and heard a whiting chasing a shrimp on the flats, that's the sound that this thing makes, and that's the appeal for me. Yeah, got it. Beautiful big white. There we go, on the Splash Prawn. So these things are exceptional, and they're taking the whiting fishing world by storm, very similarly to what the 75 sugar or the 70 sugar pen has done. Even the 90 or 95, I think it comes in as just as or even more effective. These things are just brilliant, and I usually put these assist hooks on them. These are the assist hooks I'm talking about. That's not the size, obviously. These are really big ones that I use on my big flathead surface lures, but Atomic Trick Bits make these little assist hooks. You can get other versions, but you just want really catchy assist hooks trailing out the back of these lures to help with your hookup rate. That'll do it. There it is, I'm on. Yes! It can be that easy if you're just spotting the shrimp and you can get to them quick enough. The whiting are so aggressive, they don't hesitate, even more so than brim. Take a look at this beauty. And it's a legal whiting. I'm not keeping them, I'm just throwing them back. It's great sport fishing, this. It's running off the edge, I don't know whether you can see it. It's less than a foot deep in there, and the whiting are just pumping all the little shrimp. So I'm just using a little sugar pen that just perfectly represents what they're feeding on, and that's why they're coming at it so aggressive. Lots of fun. So there's a couple of my favourites. Also this Ebby Panic by Jackson Lures. Look at that for a shrimp profile, and a tiny little front on it, a bit of a shushing front on the front there that just moves the water and splashes it about just like a fleeing shrimp. And there's a couple other lures here that I think you might like. This is something new that I've seen from Molix. It's a tiny little whiting popper with that distress gill front pattern and then the prawn finish on it. It's really like transparent almost, and these little assist hooks at the back are super sharp. So I don't know if these have hit the market yet, but I got my hands on one of these to try out, and man, these things are just as good as anything. Tiny little profile, but a great little popping action on them. And another one is this Dartwing by Nomad Lures. Nomad have been making some great little estuary lures in recent times, and this profile on it, it's just got a beautiful finish, and then you can see that really different, like a cobra flared style head on the top there. That they've got bigger ones of these that fish really well offshore, but as a whiting lure, I've caught whiting on this thing. It goes really well. They love it. Yep, now I've got him. Oh, great stuff. And it's really well balanced. You can see it's sort of got that profile that keeps it stable, almost like a keeled bottom there, as you're just ripping it across the surface at a medium fast burn, and that's what the whiting love to chase down. Here they come, look at them. They're on it. He wants it, he got it. Yeah, so much fun. So there's a couple of options. Another little option by Hurricane Lures is this 66 switch. It's a bent minnow style lure, and you can work this thing across the surface, and if you've ever fished with bent minnows for bass and trevally, the flathead, even whiting will go after things like this. So a switch 66 by Hurricane Lures, it's a great option as well. So there's some little whiting options for you. There's lots on the market now, like it's very popular, this whiting fishing on surface. I'll have to do a video on how I like to go about it, because there's some nuances to the retrieves and the conditions that really work in your favour to get the better fish and to get your hookups. I've got a setup here. One of the setups that I use is just a Fluke setup, little tiny spinning outfit with like 4 or 6 pound braid on it, and then you can use mono leader. I like to use fluorocarbon, even though fluorocarbon sinks with a popper. Really light fluorocarbon on a straight retrieve is pretty good anyway. So I don't really have too much of a drama with that. And then this is a 7-foot spinning outfit, and it's got a really whippy tip, which means I can just hang on to those fish a bit more than what you might if you were using a heavier action rod. You can tend to pop those little hooks out of the fleshy bit of the whiting's mouth. But I'll do another couple of videos on how I like to go popping and surface fishing for whiting in the coming weeks. So hopefully that gives you a couple of lures to go out and try or buy, or just a bit of direction on the size and profile that you're looking for in the shops when you go looking. But I'd say the Mmd Splash Prawn, and without a doubt the Sugar Pen's got the biggest name for itself in the whiting world. Yeah, but a couple others just to try. Alright, leave a comment in the section below if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I always like to hear what you've got to say, or if you've got some lures that you're trying out that are working quite well, make sure you let me know what they are, and I'll have to get my hands on them and test them out. And until I do, I'll keep chasing them on what I've got, and hopefully put a video together in the next couple of weeks. I'll see you in the next one. Come on the boys. Get after it. Yep. Oh. Look at him. Chase, 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 chase.